Okay, if you look left, then I'll check the same.
Yeah. It'll get warmer as the morning goes on. I didn't realise that there was
Is this a working class budget? I think a job is cheap wit.
I can hang around until
Thank you for that.
All right.
Much appreciated.
All right.
Is there any extra cash for schools? Is this a working class budget? Are you making the middle classes pay? Is this enough to keep Wales voting Labour? Is Cardiff Bay happy?
Yes, correct. Oh, good morning. Morning, look.
Is this a working class budget? Enough to save Starmer?
Yeah, both together. in addition to.
Everyone to stay at home.
Is this enough to save Labour?
I'm sorry. Say again.
Yeah, go on. Yes.
On the Bradford stuff, what is she doing?
She's speaking to ordinary people.
Alright, so is it just a throw?
So definitely a throw. And I think the focus is on what do people want. She's our business correspondent.
Assessing what people want.
What people want from the project, yeah. She's speaking to people all morning.
So it's not just Joe Public, it's sort of it's sort of opinion formers in Bradford and that sort of stuff.
She's done a bit of that and a bit of, I think she's out and about somewhere. She's done a bit of few sort of question
No, I'm just doing it actually.
Oh, cool.
Are you making the middle classes pay? Is this a budget for voters or MPs? Is the cabinet behind this?
I can't see them as yet, but yes, I've had a quick look at them. Yep. Yeah, talking. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. What's that? Yeah. Okay.
Are you shouting at me, Jack? Yes.
Right.
What are you shouting? Is it make or break? Save Starmer. Nice. Nice alliterative vibes there. See what you do. Nice.
Morning, sir.
Thank you. Is this a working class budget?
Won't be long to wait now. Do you want Andy in for the proposal?
Yeah.
You could go around this way.
Is this a budget for MPs or voters?
Do you want me to put this in my carry? Yes, please. Oh, I see, okay.
Will this budget save Starmer? Are you making the middle classes pay?
Very well, thank you. George? Yeah. Is that my back? Is that your back? Yeah, that's the one.
Left.
Is the welfare bill being cut? You make the middle classes pay for this?
Right from down the street, I'm Christian Fraser. We just have a quick run through. Line from down the street, I'm Christian Fraser. This is... Who's on auto cue?
Right.
That's the first question.
Our energy bill is going to get cut. Middle class is paying for this.
Just check that this was... Right, Naomi, are you just scroll up and down? Yeah. Works. Yeah. Hi, yeah, can you just have a quick run through and make sure this all works? Okay.
Yeah, it's all
Life is down the street, I'm Christian Fraser. This is
the economy. It's
the cabinet meeting is underway here in Downing Street ahead of Rachel. That's
right, it's
slow.
pretty weak.
Yeah, I will talk at this level, maybe this level if I get to speak.
The cabinet meeting is underway here in... Yep.
So stop it.
It's got to mix it. We're mixing it here. Yep. All right, yeah, they were just testing guest line. Okay. How are you doing? Live from Downing. Live from Downing Street, I'm Christian Fraser. This is BBC News. The Cabinet meeting is underway here in Downing Street ahead of Rachel Reeves' budget announcement this afternoon, in which she will lay out her tax and spending plans to Parliament. We will have special coverage. The Chancellor says she will make fair and necessary choices to ease the cost of living, but will it be enough to ease the concerns of the markets? A bit slow for me. Just scroll a bit quicker. Can't get Lewis. Yeah. All right. Okay. Live from Downing Street, I'm Christian Fraser. This is BBC News. The Cabinet meeting is underway here in Downing Street ahead of Rachel Reeves' budget announcement this afternoon, in which she will lay out her tax and spending plans to Parliament. We will have special coverage. The Chancellor says she will make fair and necessary choices to ease the cost of living, but will it be enough to ease the concerns of the markets? Number 11. Very good morning. It is budget day. We are in Downing Street, outside number 11, where in just a few hours' time, the Chancellor Rachel Reeves will emerge and reveal to us the famous red box and the budget she hopes will shore up her position and that of the embattled Prime Minister. It is a cold, frosty morning here in London. The Cabinet Secretaries get together in number 10 to hear what the budget will mean for each of their departments. And it does feel as if we've been through quite a few iterations of this budget already. There was the major rise in income tax and then the rapid retreat from it. This week we've been trying for a whole smorgasbord of smaller tax rises to fill a £30 billion fiscal hole. Now at the last budget, Rachel Reeves gave herself just a sliver of headroom, which always increases the risk that the Chancellor will be blown off course. And behind it all lies the central problem that the UK faces: weak growth, high spending, and in recent years some overly optimistic forecasting from the OBR. There will be a downgrade, we're told today, in the productivity forecast. This week, she asked the fractious left of the party to be patient and to back the whole package, not cherry-pick the parts that they like best. The question now is whether she can deliver something credible enough for the markets and reassuring enough for our own bank pensions. With me in Downing Street to guide us through the day, Nick and Andrew Vecchi. Welcome to you both. Jeff, Mr. Chancellor, is in.
I mean, it's make or break in the sense that if she gets this right, she might buy herself and the Prime Minister a bit more than the shop. How many times have we seen big questions about her future, about the Prime Minister's future, over unforced errors. A lot of MPs extremely unhappy with what's been going on behind both of these doors over the last few weeks. Is it the case that if this goes badly wrong, the Chancellor is done? Probably not immediately, in the sense that there isn't an obvious mechanism by which the Labour Party will start to change things. But be under no illusion, politically, this is a huge, huge moment for this country. Being on the back foot, we've struggled to set a narrative of what it wants to do with power. Today will be an attempt to change it. We'll get a lot of the detail in there just now. I'm sure Rachel Reeves is giving them her pitch for why this is the budget that we need to deliver. She's been doing that all week actually. On Monday she was speaking to backbench Labour and telling them that this was going to be a budget that was difficult but necessary. I think that probably gives us a sense of where we're going to be this afternoon. There's going to be some stuff in there that's really unpopular. There's a lot of criticism over the next 24 to 48 hours. But it feels, Christian, that when you look at what we know is in there, what we think is in there, what might be in there, it feels like a budget that is aimed at Rachel Reeves' heart and hands. It's going to matter how this goes down. The markets, of course, it's going to matter how this goes down. The business world is facing pretty unhappy for what we've heard so far. When you look at things like scrapping the changeable cap, you look at the tax rises that are coming, you look at the mansion tax reform, that things like the taking, you look at the promise not to be spending more cash for the NHS, more money to tackle the cost of living. That's the sort of stuff the Labour MPs will chew your ear off about. So I think a lot of them by tonight might be pretty happy. As ever, we're working on the previews, which are designed to set the agenda for number 11. Devil to use the cliche in the meeting.
Andy, look, I mean, all governments.
Well, Rachel Reeves has urged them to do that. It's a couple of hours until she emerges from number 11 with her red box. She will be aware that there is talk in Westminster about the future of her and of Keir Starmer, whether they can go the distance, given that the change they promised in the election has been slow to materialise. They face threats from the left and from the right. She knows this budget has to land well with Labour MPs, with the market. She's promised no return to austerity, but no borrowing spree either. And of course, with the public, this government is looking according to opinion polls. She says it will be a Labour budget to help those at the lowest incomes, so expect a centrepiece to be a rise in the national living wage to £12.71 an hour, putting about £1 grand into the pockets of people on those lowest incomes, and Labour MPs also likely get something they can push for, which is the lifting of a two-child cap on benefits. So how will it be paid for is of course a big question, and we're expecting not one big lever to raise £7 or £8 billion. Income tax, they dropped that idea to a whole range of tax rises. We expect people with high value homes, savers, certainly saving for their pensions. So there's a question about how it will go down, when to advise the government any time, any goodwill
Well, maybe
to
offering
get
you some
through what we
sweetness
know
around
will be
the front, like cheaper energy.
Thank you, I'll see you at 10.
Or just yeah, I mean, a couple of points there, Christian. What you big
Thank you. You stay here.
tell us to balance money coming out with money going in.
I'm going to go back at 10.
Actually,
Got
there have been
delivered on
5 times since
10:45, 11,
and over the last
20.
125 years, only 14 times over those 125 years
Yes.
the budget's been surplus. Is that a bad thing? Not necessarily, because
with
in
no-
most of those
I'm
years
not
we've had much higher economic growth than in the last 15 when we've
Good luck,
concentrated
sir.
so hard on austerity. The Chancellor's job is not just to be a steward of the public finances.
How is your analysis? It's not that
What I think is when the government's in
Is there a U-turn in your thing?
So when the government inserts, that's not necessarily a good thing for households and firms. So on the one hand, if people want the public finances, she'll want to reassure the markets. She doesn't want the bond markets to take fright like she did in May 22.
You've got all the gear, you've got all the
But it's not, it's a bit of a false dichotomy to say if you depart at all from your self-imposed fiscal targets, then the markets are going to sell off. They've changed those targets.
I'll be back at 10, text me if you want to coffee.
What are they?
Sure.
This is just a bit about it. The government says, in a few years' time, we want to be spending less than we're getting in on day-to-day stuff like benefits and civil servant salaries. Okay, so that's been a promise around about 99%. The number of times that promise has actually been met? Once. 2000, 2001. That's right, exactly. So you've got and what use is it to have somebody give you a forecast 3 years from now, which is very likely not to come true? So just to give you one example. Well, there is an argument about that. We have a situation where the OBR, which has been there since 2010, before 2010, everything acts on its forecast. And there's a question here as to whether the forecast there is running the economic drop. So, these things starts to work out what's going to happen to the public finances when we take the various measures. But to start with the forecast 3 years from now, work backwards, and then set your policy based on that. A lot of people are now questioning whether that's a sensible framework. That's much longer time. To watch it net zero, for example. You never found any project that's been. Things that you naturally associate with labour voter. You're going to be really general about it. Decent salaries, yes, you'll be paying more tax. I was just talking about. Maybe if you've got an electric car, you're going to be paying a bit more tax because there's going to be a charge per mile. If you've got one of them. And one of the really interesting things that's misunderstood about this budget is when you speak to MPs from both sides, particularly Labour MPs, they think that scrapping the free trade policy is the right thing to do. They don't think it's popular. And polling actually suggests it's really unpopular with a lot of people who might actually be Labour voters. So there's a thought in this that's going to be really complicated. And I suppose the ultimate test in the next few days, when people at home sit down and use the budget calculators or figure out all the things that are going to matter to them, is do we feel, one, be better off, and two, do we think it's fair? Because a lot of people, I suspect, will be prepared to be a bit more taxed if they think it's a benefit. The danger for the government is that if we slowly go to taxes, that people will slowly realise that they're a bit more. And with the spending already set out, we don't feel like we've seen the benefits.
Well, our special coverage will begin around 11:15, just ahead of the Chancellor watching on BBC News. So it's going to look a little bit wider. Here's our correspondent. Okay. What's next? Can we just start? Sorry, say that again.
The director just needs to tell us what shots.
Right. Could you let us know what shots you would like? Because the camera crew, we have 3 cameras here, so they just need a bit more direction. 1 is on me, and 2 is pointing that way. Right. Did you hear this thing about the cameras? You did? Yeah. news package 54 is on this package, sorry, the number 11 camera is on package 54. Okay, yep. And Vicky Spratt is here, so we can do house as well. Oh, do we don't have a third mic, do we? No. Good. Bring her on. Yeah. Fourth mic, yes. Sorry, yes. That's why I'm not an economics. Maybe we should talk about debt. If debt were a political part of the cost of service.
Oh yeah, that's right. It's a bit like your credit limit. So if you lenders can charge you more interest. So similarly, the bond markets evaluate prospects for the UK economy and set an interest rate that they demand in order to compensate themselves for their risk. If the UK Chancellor has poor credit because we're not sure how she's going to make her fiscal targets work, then they might charge a higher interest rate. Now, the signs are so far is that they're trying to keep charging lower interest rates as these weeks, which does suggest that her efforts to appease the buyers and sellers in the bond markets have been reasonably successful. So yes, in that sense, I do think she has some confidence. People look at public services and quite often question why they're not working. For example, being in the NHS, there will be more cash in the NHS and the budget. However, I do think we will see sometimes, I don't know exactly what they will look like, but one of the key areas that's been discussed is the welfare. He wants to bring down the cost of welfare, we struggle to do it. Because Labour MPs went on board with the plan that was announced earlier in the year. But in terms of how you view the big picture of this budget, the Conservatives saying, look, one of the big problems here is we're just spending. Because the state's too big, we need to reduce the size of it. The Chancellor's rejected it. I think she's not going to have big spending cuts to the services. We want to focus instead on tax rises. Because we think austerity again will be damaging.
That big track.
Well, this is something, there's so much hype about this budget and lots of room to properly do this. There's a new property tax. It looks like it's worth £2 billion. Mention on London, which is a Labour strike. How will it affect Labour as a coalition strike? I think it's a question of the Chancellor's going to understand. What this is about is reevaluating some of the rules and now that's a short period. They have been looked at since 1991, and as everyone know what's happening on stamp duty